Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to get started with the Mythic Legion's Rising Sun, Bodvar the Bear. So Bodvar is so much fun, and it was ridiculous because I remember saying that when this bear comes out, I'm going to become infatuated with it. And I didn't realize how big this thing would be. I know you've seen them in previous videos, and I got straight to it because I opened them up right away due to my excitement. This is one of those things where you don't expect to enjoy a bear as much, but I don't know, it brings out some sort of weird childhood thing. Now, in other videos, I don't know if anybody watches all my stuff or if you just watch partial things, I have said this is the year of vehicles. Now, what's crazy is this functions as both a vehicle and as a character, and I love things like that. It's literally like having a transformer for an animal. Beast Wars. I know I hope you got that reference. But Bodvar is it. Now, it has absolute massive, like, it has mass, it has weight, it is heavy. Hot. There's a Riley behind me who is jealous of the bear, and we gotta see just how much of a chunk unit this guy is. I know you can see the points of articulation, you can see some of it, but it's just overall, it's one of those things that I'm very, very happy. Here we have a ball joint here in the neck, right? I'm actually gonna move it down a little bit so we get a little bit more focus on it. Hi, Riley. Hi. Yes, come here, buddy. Come this way. He's a little too far. Oh, we got the sneezies. So, as you can see here, our neck can go left and right. There are pauldron pieces, well, not pauldron, there's a segmented pieces here that allows you to also move downward and upward. Now, there is a separate neck for looking down. I'll deal with that when it comes to accessories. But overall, our neutral face and our bareness, come here, buddy, come here, come here. So, as you can see, he wants attention because I'm dealing with what would be another animal to him. We have our parts, and these are ratcheted joints. So, as you can see here, we can lift up, and our bear can rotate onward and outward. There's also extra pegs here to move up and down, notched in really, really well. So that means when you want to do certain things, look at that. We can lift them up. We can have them, oh, can he balance? Oh, and then he can do things like balance. So I am loving the idea of how this bear came out easily already, and our front paws. Don't forget, we can also rotate, right? And then on our back legs, we also have articulation here. These can move forward. Ooh, those nails hurt. So as you can see, we can move that forward, and these are strong joints. So it seems like it's one of those things where they set it for the tolerances. We also have here a waist joint, so we can rotate left, rotate right. There's also a little port for the little tail, which I did not expect it to come to being, but it is. But with all of these parts, we actually have a really excellent feature. Let's see if we can, oh yeah. So we also have a little bit of waist swivel too. Well, what would be his waist. So yeah, your bear can move around in very simple ways and look really, really good. Now, backwards and forwards is also a thing. I think I gotta loosen it up a bit because it has a lot going on. But when you stand this guy up, because it's definitely pretty much possible, I know you've seen it in previous videos, he can actually hold his weight. As you can see, vertically standing. Even here with our arms, we have movement here that can simulate a bicep swivel. So you can rotate in and out so that you're not absolutely like looking crazy. So our bear has a lot of movement that will allow it to look and function pretty well in photos and things like that. So, oh wait, I think I broke a claw. Holy shit, I broke a claw. I think that's when he fell previously. So that's on me. Yes, buddy. So that's on me because this broke, and I was trying to figure out where those parts went. I just realized it broke. So that's on me, but I'll work on that. That's a me thing. I got to figure out where did I drop and break them at, but I did. So I'm just now noticing that. That is a me thing. This wasn't here before, but dealing with the cats earlier, I broke it. So I'm a little disappointed in myself for not noticing sooner, but there you have it. One of the other things is that these actually are pretty good. I don't know how mine fell, but I also realized it may have happened when I was heating it up. So I'm a little disappointed in myself for not noticing sooner. But accessory-wise, you can see where we're coming from. This is the other two paws. These are going to be for when you're standing him up. It absolutely shows the pawage. And these are for when standing up and having them down in a flat pose. Then, on top of this, like I mentioned before, we will also have our our neck for looking down. I'll get to this in a slightly different segment because I want to talk about this. I'm telling you, buddy, hold on. And then we also have our roaring head. This is really, really good. I love this. Tongue doesn't move. No, it does not. I had to make sure. But this roaring head looks absolutely fantastic. Right? Now, the biggest thing is, and I'm going to pop it off now. We're going to pop off our head real quick so we can show the rider gear. As you can see, we have our segmented parts that we talked about. Here's where we get really cool and majestic. We get really cool and majestic is what I was saying. Here is our gear. Now with our gear, we're gonna pop off this tab, right? We're gonna wrap around. I'll put that on in a second. But as you can see, we wrap around here in the neck. And what we do is we're gonna pop these on. Actually, I'm gonna pop these two on first. And then pop this on. And then pop our head back on. There we go. So let's rotate them around. So here we have our gear on. Now, what I want to do is I want to jump into how people fit on it. So let's get to talking about that. Let's get to it. All right, we're going to do a mini size comparison as well as trying them on top of Bodvar. First off, I have Atlas, who I'm going to just plop up here. I kind of try to pre-position him, but as you can see, he can sit here. I'm actually going to open that up. Just pull that from under. There we go. You can see he sits pretty well on Bodvar. Kind of just sits right into the seat. Push back a little bit. Aim up just a tad bit, right? Now you can see he looks pretty good. And then we have our reins here. Now, I'm going to remove him so we can look at some other people. Oh, here we are with one of the dwarves from the New Wave. As you can see, he's a smaller guy, so he's going to fit kind of crazy as we would have to rotate the thighs a little bit, make him sit a certain way. By the way, I'm noticing all sorts of things as I get on. Like we have storage compartments for weapons. We have more here on the backside as well. So there is a lot to take in that is really fantastic about this. Here we are with Golden Hilder from Zesray, showcasing her on top of Bodvar. On the smaller side as well too, but everybody looks small riding on a gigantic damn bear. Here we are with the Savage Crucible, the warrior with ball and chain. Get them knees ready. So there you have that. Next up is going to be, ooh, I dropped a knife. That's never a good look. Let's pull that back up. Next up, we have Mezco's Conan. There you have that. Now, what else can I use? I can't think of anything just yet. But as I think about it, I'll do what I can. So real quick though, let's get a size comparison of normal humans just standing on him while he's in a natural bear-like position. So I'm going to start in reverse from Conan. Here we have Golden Hilder. Then we have Warrior with ball and chain. I'm going to get him back in a standing position. So as you can see, these guys are still like kind of still small compared to him, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. And then we have stuff like the dwarf I just put up, who I'm going to put right back out, as well as Atlas. I can't wait to get to the dwarf set that I'm in love with these new parts. And then we're going to try to do Atlas real quick. I want everybody to look good while I pose them up. So as you can see here, bear is pretty good. Now, for the next part, I'm gonna do him standing up. So I'm not even gonna swap the hands. I'm just gonna take the armor off, or should I say carrier off. Then we'll compare him to larger animals. Let's get to it. Now, I've stood him up, and what I wanted to talk about was that neck that allows him to look down or look like as if he's standing up. You can put either head sculpt on it. I just chose the Roaring sculpt. And again, when you stack him out with other 6-inch figures, here we are with a Valaverse. Here we are with Nev, who you've seen in a previous video, right? Your boy is gigantic. Like, let's be real. Like, he was already big to begin with, and this shows that super big, imposing look as well. Here he is next to one of the dragons. Well, dragon men, I should say, because it's actually a real big dragon coming in. And just look at that. Still bigger. And these are already like your big ogre scale stuff. So, again, this is one of those things where it's utterly fantastic to see it. I can't believe it. And I'm kind of just in awe of how cool stuff like this turns out. Here we are with a dwarf. Here we are with Atlas. It's kind of cool that we can compare and do stuff like this right now. We are in the age of vehicles and innovation and just toys in general. And I'm very happy to just be a part of this era, where I know I come from an era where, you know, we just started getting articulated figures, like super hyper articulated stuff in the early 2000s. And we come from an era in the 80s where it was also like, you know, it was hard to get that stuff if you didn't even know what importing was. So I'm super grateful to get cool things like this in this day and age. I'm just forever grateful. Well, at least I try to be. So with that being said, I do want to say thank you for tuning in. I'm a little bummed at myself for not noticing where I broke the previous claws. I am hoping, I just got to buy another bear. I'm not even going to sweat it. I just tell myself I'm just going to buy another bear. But bonus, because I forgot to include it, here is both Ichigo and Kuga, in case you do smaller scales, or if you want to see what it's like up with a Mezco. Here's my little boys, right? So as always, I do want to say thank you to guys. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And the least I can do is continue showcasing things that I think that are cool. I just love doing it. So please, be good, do good. Drink your water, guys. Later.